Yo, what's going on, guys? K7 here, and in today's video I got some gameplay, some nice MK1 stress test footage against the one and only SonicFox. So I was actually able to grab some footage off of my stream, but I wasn't home when I was playing this, so I wasn't able to get too much time on the game, but I was able to, link up with Sonic on the game and, run some, it was pretty fun. But I was playing on it says I was playing on Wi-Fi, but I was wired during these games. It was like a little visual bug, but these are pretty much like the first few matches I was able to actually play since I was at a tournament. I was at CEO, so I had to go play in tournament and then come back at like late at night, like 10, 11, try to get an hour or two of games in. So I actually I didn't have too much time playing the game, but I was able to run into Sonic. So here's my, I guess the first thoughts on the game, if you will. What I thought, and is the game fun? Is it not? I know a lot of people have a lot of questions, and everybody's like, oh, is it like MKX? Is it like MK9? Is it like Injustice? What's the game like? Is it like MK11? And first things first, I would like to say the game is fun. It is just fun to play. So I feel like that's the first and most important thing to think about when you start playing games like this. Also, quick side note, Sonic is just ridiculous with Kenshi. This character is just insane. Like, Sonic made this character look so broken. But that's the first thing you should be wondering if a game is just like inherently fun to play. Like when I first hop on the game, do I want to come back and play it? Am I okay with just getting on the game and pressing some buttons, not taking it too seriously? Do I enjoy the characters that are in the game? Do I enjoy the system mechanics? And overall, yes, I thought the game was just fun to play. But as far as like comparisons go, and trying to compare it to the other games, it's kind of hard because it's not necessarily like any other game previously. As you see me just drop the combo, like I said, I was still learning here, but it's not like any of the other games I played before. Like it has similarities to a lot of the other games. Like MK9, it's kind of similar to MK9 with the movement, even though I do think the movement is a little lackluster. It could use a buff. I don't like the dashes how they are right now, but that's just really it, to be honest. The meter system kind of feels like MKX, where it's not regenning meter like it was in MK11, which is good, I think. I feel like if you're playing a fighting game and you're trying to, style on your opponent or do more damage or get more key setups and good situations for yourself, I feel like you should have to earn the meter to do so. I don't feel like you should just regenerate the meter and just always have access to everything. So I feel like they did a good job with that. Secondly, I think the combos are insanely fun to do. Like I just think it's just so fun to get your hits and get your combos going. It's just really like truly a blast, especially just watching the combos. Like this is the only time I felt like where I'm like losing in a game, or I could be losing around and still look at the combo somebody's doing, like, wow, that was sick. Like the animations look great, everything looks so good, and it is just fun to play. But I would like to say it's also kind of like Injustice in the sense where like the air combos kind of feel a little bit like Injustice. Even though Injustice wasn't too heavy with air strings, this is the first game that has air strings. Still, like the kind of like re-jump aspect that it had, that it kind of held on to, where you could I don't know why I teabagged Sonic there. That was kind of funny. But where like in Injustice you get your hit into launcher and then you do like a jump button, maybe 1 or 2 buttons in the air, and you land and finish your thing or do your ender. It kind of feels that way, except you have so much freedom in this game. When you hit your launcher, which there are many of them, you have quite a few options when it comes to launchers. Sometimes the cameos have launchers, sometimes the character has launchers. Whenever you get them launched, you do have the option of like launching them, coming back to the ground, and finishing your strings, kind of like Injustice, which is really fun. And this game also has similarities to MKX, is into like where this game has like wake up armor, and the wake up armor in this game didn't feel too insane to deal with, because in MKX a few characters had like wake up armored launchers. I'm pretty sure they took that out or try to deal with that towards the end of the game's lifespan, but it still had it. You hear Sonic getting the teabags back on me because I was being an idiot, but so the armored launchers aren't too insane. Like Sub-Zero has wake up slide launcher. All it does is side swap, but if you do have the cameo assist available, you could do like wake up armored launcher into assist to get a combo. But the combos didn't seem like they did too much damage, so it's not something I think people should be worried about. But yeah, so more things about the game. The characters feel complete. There's no more variations. So like I don't have to pick Sub-Zero and think like, okay, do I want this move? Do I want this move? Oh, I don't want this move. Okay, what am I going to use instead of this? Like, no. The characters come complete. They all have a good chunk of moves, and I feel like Kenshi is the character with the most moves and the most to, you know, to study, actually, because Kenshi is actually a stance character. And I think this is NRS's first, I guess, addition to the roster with a stance character. It's kind of, if you guys ever play Guilty Gear, which is the game I'm from, or not the game that I'm from, but the game I'm known for, most notably, but I did play MK1, unless you guys know me from that too. If you ever played Zato in Guilty Gear, you would know what I'm talking about, where he kind of has like a puppet, you know, like you see the little ghost. So what happens is, like, whenever Kenshi does the move called Sento Stance, he'll pull out the sword, and the puppet will be available for him to use. And the puppet works together with Kenshi for like mix-ups, for block pressure, for combos, literally for everything. See, now Kenshi does have like a normal stance, so you can fight without using Kenshi's Sento Stance. But fighting without it actually leaves you at a disadvantage, I think, because I feel like using the puppet is really, really strong. At least it felt that way in this stress test. Now, the thing about the stress test is that I don't expect the game to be really anything like this when it comes out. This is pretty much just them testing to see if the online works while we get to mess around with the characters. We do get the beta soon, so hopefully that's a little different, but it honestly just felt really fun to play, and the connection felt pretty good, even though sometimes it would spike here and there, but that's because I was playing against like really high ping players, but that, I mean, it's always been like that, right? So, on another note, the Fatal Blow is back. It's kind of like, it's not really like MK11's Fatal Blow, because MK11's Fatal Blow is like when the game first launched, it had like armor at like frame 4 or something like that. Or was it frame? I'm not sure when the armor was exactly, but the armor happened really fast. So doing wake up Fatal Blow was a thing in MK11, and a lot of times people had to respect it, because if you mistimed your meaty, which happened often, you could get hit by somebody doing wake up Fatal Blow, and that was never fun. In this game, it's a little bit different though. Fatal Blows don't have armor on at all, actually, which is really good. I'm glad no one's doing any more wake up fatals or anything like that, so it kind of makes it fun to play the game when your opponent has Fatal Blow, knowing that you can't get, you know, robbed at any point. Let me get my 2 bags back. So yeah, it's really just like combo stuff. So once you get your hit and you can go into Fatal Blow, that's pretty much what you want to do. It's not like a armored option or anything like that. Some of the intos are a little weird, so like they're like overheads or whatever. I know Liu Kang had an overhead into his Fatal Blow. There's a lot more to learn about the game. So far, like I said, the game was really fun. Cameos, if you're a legacy MK player, it's going to take a bit getting used to, especially if you haven't played any other fighting games like this. So other fighting games notably would be like Dragon Ball Fighters, if you guys have ever played it. So I would liken, you know, the versus aspect of it kind of like Dragon Ball Fighters, even though it's only 1 assist and not 2. But if you're not used to stuff like this, or expanding your brain pretty much to play 2 characters at a time, then you're not going to be able to grasp it as quickly as you'd like, but I'm sure you guys will come around to it soon enough. As you can see, Sonic going in here with the Fatal Blow. The Fatal Blows are really cool, and honestly really stylish, a lot of them. So I just one thing I will say I don't like is how the cameo kind of helps a little too much in the gameplay. I like the first hit, the Fatal Blow, the cameo kind of jumped in and did the first hit. I know it's gonna stay like that, which is a small complaint, but one thing I also didn't like about the cameos is that whenever you do forward throw in this game, the cameo comes and does the forward throw. I would like for my character to do the throws. I don't know, that's just me. It's like a small complaint, but it's something that I thought I'd mention. One more thing that I did want to talk about is I think this design of Sub-Zero, or this version of Sub-Zero, is the most fun he's ever been in any Mortal Kombat game. Like, hands down. His combos feel fluid, they feel nice and, you know, fun to do. Like, it's like right there, I dropped it at the end because they have release check on, and it kind of gives you combo drops. But a lot of his combos are just really fun to do, and he's just really like a fresh version of the character. Just let me see if I can hit this combo here. I don't remember if I hit this combo or not. Oh yeah. So this is the thing. I didn't have too many hours of the game, so I was still learning the combo routes. But later on, you'll see in the next gameplay video I upload, I actually start to get really good with combos. I think I hit a 50% combo later on when I was playing, but not against Sonic, just because I didn't have that much time. Sonic was also telling me and helping me with a few things while I was streaming. Sonic came in the chat and gave a few tips, because I think Sonic plays like played nearly every character in this game, but most of the time Sonic used was to play Kenshi, which is really cool and fun to see, because I don't see anybody else playing Kenshi like this. So but yeah, guys, the Sub God is back. He's gonna be, I think when people truly figure out how to play this character, or like tie this character in with all of the variations, you'll see how broken the character can be. Not broken, I'm not gonna say broken, because obviously it's not even, it's day negative 60. I'm talking about broken, but yeah. Seeing the cameos of the different characters is gonna be really fun to see, and really fun to experiment with. Everybody's gonna be, you know, expanding their brains, like, what if I use this to do this combo, or what if I use this to keep myself safe here, but if I get to hit I get 80% I don't know, like, it's just gonna be very fun. Last final thoughts I want to say before I just let the gameplay rock is truly NRS. I'm very happy with what you guys did. The game is just fun to play, like, hands down, it just is. And a lot of people are gonna, you know, not be used to it at first, and they're gonna be asking for nerfs and blah blah blah. But I think just letting the game rock a little bit, seeing what people can find, making sure things are not too streamlined. What I mean by that, I don't want everybody using the same cameo assist or the same characters. Just make sure everything's fun and there's multiple viable strategies. And to be honest, I feel like NRS can do it. I feel like they truly, the team that they made, you know, to work on this game truly has the power to do so. Yeah, like I said, great stuff, NRS. But that's gonna be it for me. I'm just gonna let the gameplay rock for the rest of it. Next gameplay video I'll post is gonna be me playing some ranked games. Well, I guess it is ranked, but some more online matches later on when I get better at the game. I have like an extra hour, so I'm actually, you know, I have combos, I have better block string pressure. Everything just looks more, you know, streamlined and toned into, you know, fully complete gameplay. But that being said, I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you guys just, you know, just watch the rest of the gameplay. You'll see Sonic do a bunch of more like 50% combos and crazy stuff. I was getting hit for 50% pretty much this whole time. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Y'all take it easy. Peace.
Round 2, fight.